Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more streaming with Teddy. This time we'll be playing a little bit of Stardew Valley. School has started, but Teddy's gonna make sure that he sticks on that streaming schedule. And welcome, Pasture. You're once again the earliest amongst everyone. It's nice to have you here, though. Welcome, welcome. This is kind of a little bit of a special streaming because Teddy's here playing a little bit of Stardew while Peachy is sleeping in the back. She's just a sleepy little Peach. That's okay. In the meantime, let's try and get cozy. I hope that you're doing well, Pasture, and you can have a little fun in chat. Don't worry about it. It's okay. As long as it's fun for you and doesn't disturb anyone else, that's completely fine by Teddy. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a little bit of cozy gaming here. Teddy's gonna lower the volume in the back, because sometimes it can get a little high, and Teddy doesn't have a very loud voice. And so everything seems to be in order, so let's begin. A little bit of hydration to start. And let's just quickly check the volume if everything's okay. Okie dokie. All is good? Alright, hopefully hopefully you can still hear me, Pasture. And let's start a little bit of a cozy time in Stardew Valley. Teddy loves this game, but Teddy especially likes to play with Peachy. It's so nice and cozy. A good day to have a comfy evening of gamies. We got some honey already to start, and some ancient fruit as well. Very nice. Teddy's gonna keep this batch to make seeds later. Everything loud and clear. Perfect. Thank you for thank you for telling Teddy. And playing pranks on Peachy. The only pranks that Teddy plays on Peachy is to surprise her by showing up at completely inopportune times. You know, like Peachy going somewhere, doesn't expect to see Teddy. Teddy tracks Peachy down, finds her, and gives her a care package. You know, they're just usual boyfriend duties. Oh my god, look at this little kitty. Give it a little pet. There you go. A prank is always fun. But it's gotta be well intentioned. And there's nothing more well intentioned than coming in with a nice care package. You know, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of a nice treat. Maybe some bubble tea. Others call it stalking, we call it love. Yeah. Peachy would agree, she just giggled. Oh golly. Nah, it's not stalking if it's to bring in some cozy treats. Nah, of course Teddy's just being silly. He doesn't endorse non-consensual stalking. Yeah, she's awake. She's awake, laying there being silly on her phone. And probably wondering, hot damn, why'd you call me out like that? I will always lovingly call you out, sweetheart. Yeah, you can say hi, Pasture, if you want. Okay, we don't have chickens yet. Teddy forgot that. We'll get chickens soon enough, though. After we make a fish pond. We gotta get those prismatic shards. Well, Pasture said hello, sweetheart.
Hello.
Well, there you go. Mug her. What does that mean, Pasture? Yeah, it sounds like you're about to mug Peachy. Well, if you try, Teddy's gonna be there. Teddy's looking at you. You better be careful. Nobody here does any mugging. Or maybe you're just being silly. Oh my god. Mewing, straight up mewing. Oh golly. I didn't see that one coming. You're so silly, Pasture. Whoa. Let's do a little bit of foraging as well. And quickly pop in to see if we need to do anything for the community center. Well, that works. That works. That also works. And that's for later, okay. Anything to be done? That's just money. Oh my god. Hello there, Wolfie. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you on the stream here. Another soldier of the Empire, of the Imperium of Mankind, showing up here to Teddy's stream for a nice and comfy time. We're playing Stardew. I hope you'll enjoy the comfy vibe as Teddy struggles to recover his voice. Gods, you two are so silly. So silly. But that's okay, we all like a little bit of silliness here. Mewing straight up. Alright, let's construct a fish pond so that we have a place to put our rainbow trouts in. And we can do it like just here so we have a nice little path around. Wait, if Teddy puts 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's give it a little bit more space. Let's do something. Wait, so if we put a sprinkler here, we need 2 more spaces, which means it's probably a good idea to do it like here. There you go. Perfect. Peachy's literally Yuno from Future Diary. I will tell Peachy as soon as she comes back from the bathroom. I will tell her that's what you think. Pasture. You cast yourself in those waters. You now are at the mercy of whatever Peachy will think from that reference. There we go. Oh my god. Absolutely silly. Absolutely a bunch of silly little beans. Okay, I think we can put the strange bun somewhere. Yeah, let's put it here. Do we already have a glow ring? Yes, we do. so let's just throw it away. There we go. Perfect. And we go check the merchant to see if she's got anything interesting. Same old ritual of the Fridays. Oh, Teddy's at his place currently. But Peachy is quite clingy, and so she decided to follow Teddy this time. Usually we spend the weekends together. And so she was right here. She was taking a long, comfy nap. And then Teddy just started streaming. Because, you know, I gotta give you all some comfiness as well. Anything interesting? Nothing interesting, so we just grab the rare seed. There you go. Perfect. Can't believe Mondays are the worst, but it's Tuesday here already. Oh my god. Pasture living in the future. I am sorry. Or maybe it's actually a good thing, because you know, you already passed the Monday. Hopefully your Monday went all fine. For us it was a little bit chaotic. Peachy doesn't have that much energy at the start of the week. So we had to take it slow and have Daddy take care of Peachy. But it's nice. Those days are slow and tranquil. And I also get to see y'all awesome people here on stream, so that makes me pretty happy as well. I also hope you're doing all fine, Hyperwolfie as well. It's not very usual to see you around these parts, but hopefully you'll enjoy staying. Get some nice, comfy Stardew vibes. Two number 9s and a number 9 large. Number 6 with extra dip. Number 7. Two number 45s. One with cheese and a large soda. Oh my god. Coming straight up here for the order. How do I keep myself motivated from streaming even though my views are low? Well, you know, it's not really all about the numbers, because I know a lot of people keep getting focused on it, because, you know, numbers are a motivation. It's just that Teddy does this because mainly it's fun, you know? All you have to do is follow the damn train, CJ. Gods, you two are just a bunch of silly goofs. Pretty much it's really fun for Teddy to stream and have the occasional weird, silly, goofy chat interaction. And you know, it's also in part Peachy's hobby, so it's my way to kind of understand her world and kind of provide you all a little bit of what Teddy's good at. You know, bring in the comfy, bring in the silly, goofy, happy vibes. And y'all seem to enjoy it, so that just keeps me motivated, you know? If Teddy brought a smile to even one person, that's what matters. And originally it was the Peachy. She would watch Teddy do games, and like sometimes she would even just ask to watch. And eventually she was like, "Why don't you stream?" And I was like, "Oh, I never considered that." And here I am, just bringing in the cozy gaming, so that hopefully y'all can have a nice comfy time. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be playing GTA anytime soon. Peachy prefers the games that are a little bit less violent, I would say. It's not really either of our styles of gaming. Sorry to disappoint you, Pastor. Teddy kind of prefers roguelikes and things of that sort. But that would totally be fun for like a viewer request at some point in the future. But y'all probably are gonna have to convince us of that, honestly. And yeah, like to come back to the thing, like views being low isn't really a problem for Teddy. Like as long as I keep at least one of y'all entertained and happy, that makes me happy. The rest is just a happy little bonus, you know. If there's lots of people that are happy, that makes me even happier. It's important to be satisfied and to bring in the... I knew this was a flounder. I absolutely knew this was a flounder. And to be content with bringing in some happiness, you know. And also you gotta keep in mind that if you want to stream and you aren't motivated because your views are low, like everyone started off with low views, you know. Eventually it's gonna get there, you just have to be consistent, keep it up, and eventually you'll find an audience that likes you for the things that you do. And that's what matters. At least that's what Teddy thinks. I don't know much about streaming, so I'm just here doing my silly things and hoping that y'all will enjoy. Whoa. Whoa. Let's see. Oh wait, Teddy should also put up the... I mean, it's not very important here, but... Update the follower goal, I guess. Because it's not showing. Maybe if I do this... Yes, okay. Alright, perfect. The follower goal is kind of silly right now because Teddy is in the process of making the PNG tuber on the side. So it's gonna stay silly for a little bit until I get the model together and I add it on the little corner of the screen over there. Oh no, these fish keep defeating me. Wait, let's rechat a little bit. You guys should play Genshin together, doing co-op. It's RPG and kind of cozy exploring stuff. Honestly, there's a lot of games, Pasture, that we can play that are co-op and RPG and stuff. It's just that, you know, like Peachy streams during her times and Teddy streams during his times, and then occasionally we do things together. Ideally, at some point, we're going to be doing couple streaming, and that's going to be nice and cozy, but for now we have one together stream in Minecraft, and we each have our little specific streamies, because Teddy can't speak as much as Peachy can, and Peachy can't game me for too long or her back gives in. So we'll find a middle point someday. What's your point of view of streaming as well? But I never get the motivation or feel conscious of my voice, so I don't stream. Honestly, Pasture, for a while Teddy, especially for the start of streaming, but for a while in Teddy's life in general, I didn't really like the sound of my voice. Until Teddy started streaming, you know? And then eventually, like, I just realized that it's really just a question of putting yourself through listening to your own voice long enough. And then you realize that, you know, it's not all that bad. Like, it's just because we as humans don't really like the sound of our own voice. Unless you, like, train yourself, and even then. So my 2 cents is that you should just give it a try. If you want to stream, just stream. Go on ahead. Launch yourself at it and keep yourself motivated. Don't stream for like the sake of fame or something like that. Like find a goal that you really, really care about and that you can achieve through streaming, you know? Like for example, the goal of Teddy is making a cozy little audience of people who, you know, just want to chill out and be silly, goofy, and kind. That's kind of Teddy's goal. It may be a silly goal, but it keeps Teddy motivated. And like making a whole odd. Okay, Peachy's back. Making a whole cozy audience is kind of a goal on its own, you know? It's part of the things that keep me motivated. It's long and definitely not easy, but eventually you'll get there. You just have to be consistent and actively throw yourself at it. Even if you feel conscious, like too conscious about your own voice, eventually you're gonna learn to like not think too much about it. And then it'll be fine, because then you'll start streaming, you'll find people who like your stream, and next thing you know, you have a whole community that kind of like enjoys your doing content. My god, Wolfie and Pasture, you're both being so silly. Golly. That's okay, as long as you two are having fun, that's what matters. Alright, we're catching some fish here. Making sure that we make some money for the next day. And catching a lot of trash in the meantime. Yes, she's back, Pasture. Peachy's right over here. Eating chocolate. We went to do a little grocery shopping. Nothing too important or big. And then Peachy was looking around the Easter section, and we found that there was a big Kinder eggs, and then, well, we just bought one, and Peachy's been happily devouring it ever since. It's nice to reconnect with your childhood in all those nice ways. You know, never let the childhood in your heart fade. It's very important to keep it alive. You know? Sometimes we get caught up in the adult world for too long, and we forget that we're just all silly guys. We're all just silly babies. Easter's almost here, I forgot. You got lumbago. Oh my god, y'all coming in here with the great references. Honey. Lumbago. So silly. Actively so silly. And there we go, we made a lot of money. Perfect. Bringing in the money for the farm. Is there anything that we are supposed to plant? Let's see. Artisan bundle. Teddy's gonna check his quick guide that he's found on the internet. Let's see. Okay, we can get apples and pomegranate, and then we finish that. I know Teddy has a silly way of saying pomegranate. Pomegranate. I don't know. Oh my god, you two with your quotes. Y'all are just a bunch of silly little beans. There we go. go. There we go. Perfect. Let's make sure that all these plants got their dose of water for the day. And let's make sure to pet the kitty and put some water for it as well. Everyone needs hydration, including Teddy. There we go. The cat loafing in the middle of the plants. The thoughtless life of a cat, my god. The way we all just wish we could do the same. There we go. Is this the right chest? No, this is not the right chest. Okay, so radish goes here, sunflower goes here, and then the blueberries goes here. There we go. Perfect. Nice. We got some torches as well. Perfect. If only there was a way to know what that tree was. Telpichi. Oh yes. Pasture honey. Said, let me just scroll up in chat. He said something about a character called Yuno. Oh yes. Yes. Peachy is literally Yuno from Future Diary. Yeah. Okay. Well, she entirely agrees with you, Pasture. You're fine. You're safe. You're safe. Oh my god. Y'all just going ham with the references. But at least y'all are having fun, so that's what matters. Alright, let's make sure that we sell these so we can get more monies. What do we even use our monies for? That's a question and a half. What we could do is maybe get our pickaxe upgraded. Do we even have gold? Yes, we do. Perfect. Very nice. You know what? Let's burn some more. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's all good. The kitty got the pets, and the kitty got everything else. So now we just go to Gunther to give him some things. You know what's crazy about Yuno from Future Diaries? Okay, I cannot say that on Twitch, I'm pretty sure. But she, in another universe, just to be with her lover all over again. That's what I call dedication. Well, you see, Pasture, you call that dedication. I call that romance. I call that true romance. True romance right there. To do absolutely anything to be with the love of your life. That's valid. Teddy can understand that. Oh, we got 9 pumpkin seeds. Very nice. We keep those cozy for some other time. Gosh. Gavin. God. I am lucky to have such silly people in my chat. Y'all with your Red Dead Redemption references. So damn silly. There we go, when we buy pomegranates as well. Hopefully we don't have 2 pomegranate trees, that would be silly. But I think I've planted only an apple tree. And now we get to plant a pomegranate tree. And we keep those tiles free of everything. So that hopefully not too much nonsense happens. Because sometimes when you don't allow those tiles to be free, the tree just struggles. It struggles to exist. Surrounding 8 tiles, so that's... Okay, all of this is free, so we can just plant it here. There you go. It looks different, so I guess we're good. The trial and error of this. Absolutely, just absolutely a bunch of silly goofs y'all are. Okay, so now we'll be going to the mine. Doing some mine business. We got our our awesome Yeti tooth. And now we get to go to the mines. Wait, not the town. There you go. I'm silly. Completely silly. Oh my god, we got a diamond from the first slime we killed. That is lucky. There we go. That rock is looking suspicious. Okay, it's just a rock. A healthy dose of paranoia. It's what every adventurer needs when exploring a cave. Just in case. Bonk a rock. Maybe you're right, who knows? Maybe it's not a rock. Maybe it's something silly, who knows? There we go, that's one enemy down. Oh my god. That's some horrifying wordplay. Pasture. There we go. We're making progress towards the end of the mines. Let's go. Nothing's stopping us. Diddy's not gonna allow it. We dodge all the enemies, and if we need to, we'll find them again. There we go. All the enemies gone, perfect. Ooh, that's a silly crab. There we go. Oh, this layer is not nice. This layer's not nice, but we found gems. So I guess that's valid. We've been jinxed. There you go, timely block from Teddy. And there we go. We progress onwards. And we found a silly mushroom. Nice. Oh no, that's a that's a sunk cost fallacy right there, Pastor. 99% of gamblers quit before making it big. Oh, that's actively so silly. The dangerous things y'all are saying. Did you know, Pastor, that 100% of people who die have breathed air? So, it's scientifically accurate to say that if you breathe, eventually you will die. I'm just being silly, y'all don't mind me. Alright, we're mining. Hopefully we don't get stranded here until 12. It's not an addiction if you're good at it. Oh, I disagree with you. That's true. That's a real that's even more dangerous to say. You calm down there, right? Reminds you of tuna. Certified Teddy moment when you like the tuna. Let's do a little bit of fishing here. Didn't get that because the background voice was loud. Please repeat. Wait, let me adjust the volume thingy-mabob, because I know it can get pretty loud. There you go. Okay, so be careful what you're saying about addiction. That's a sensitive topic right there. And that's a dangerous thing to say as well. I know it's just a joke, but be careful. Gosh, y'all are literally so silly. Alright, we're fishing here in these waters to see if we can find a specific fish called the lava eel. It's gonna give us, hopefully, a lot of money. Just not yet. Later on, when we put it in the fish pond. But until then, we're gonna find a lot of trash. Bless you, sweetheart. How much trash will we find? Have we found all of it? Are we just cleaning this underground lake? Yes, we are. Finding all sorts of shenanigans. Oh, that's okay. It's nice to rest sometimes, and this can be rest until we find the fish. At which point it's gonna be a race to try and get the fish. You have become death, the destroyer of worlds. Well, that's one hell of a quote right there. Straight up from the big man of physics himself. And not in a good time, that's for sure. catch a lava eel eventually. If not now, then later. But hopefully now. So we don't have to deal with coming back here. Well, he quoted it from Hindu scripture, but he made it popular worldwide instead. Not in a good way. Yeah, literally. Literally. I mean, he even says it in the interview that it's from religious scripture. From Hindu religious scripture. But yeah, he made it popular in a horrifying way. Especially in a horrifying context. You know, it's still a pretty cool quote, honestly. Just from the vibe of it, it's a pretty cool quote. It's those cases where not knowing the context is just better, because then you just listen to a nice, interesting quote that is extremely edgy. But you know, sometimes the edgy quotes are the fun ones. Let's see, cave carrot goes here. Magic mushroom can go here. Squid ink. Teddy doing some last minute organization. White algae as well. Then we get our gold. Let's put a crab away. And we keep the bomb in our inventory just in case we need to use it. The way it sounds horrible, what I just said, but it's okay. It will not be quoted. It will not be quoted. I say knowing full well that the clip tool exists. What can we do? We can grab blueberries. Make some blueberry jam. Nice. Very good. Just about to make even more money. Wait, did we water everything? Yes, we did. Perfect. Now we go to bed again. The worst part about watching Oppenheimer was people pretending to be cool watching this, but they slept halfway through. Meanwhile, you have a bad seat because these people took all the good seats. Oh my god. You loved the film, to be honest. Yeah, honestly, the trailer for the film looked good. The actors, from what Teddy knows, were all pretty good. So honestly, the film seemed good. It's just that Peachy and Teddy gotta eventually watch that Barbie film together. Depending on on Peachy's opinion of it, of course. Because some films can look interesting, but they end up not really being all that much at the end of the day. And then we can definitely watch Oppenheimer. But even with that, it's still gonna be a maybe, because the film talks about very dangerous, like, negative topics. And Peachy is a sensitive little guy, so we have to make sure that there's only happy content. What, honey? Yeah, it is. Because, like, a film about the atom bomb, it's gonna be heavy. Especially because Teddy's already talked at length about it. It's not a fun topic. But the film, if the film is good, that does not surprise Teddy at all. You're safe. You're asking as a foreigner as foreign to Twitch as wait, oh my god. You're going a little out there now. Going a little out there now, Pasture. Calm down. Golly. I like Barbie because of strong feminism and demonism of men, but I've watched it decent overall. Yeah. I mean, I imagined as much from what Teddy's heard of the film. It's... I imagined as much that they would have themes like that. It's all about Peachy though. Teddy does always love a good film or a good series. It just has to be something that Peachy wants to watch with Teddy. That's my prerequisite, because watching a film together is always better. Every time. Without exceptions. Even a spooky film. Teddy vibes with those like indie films. The famous films usually tend to not be that good these days. But films have changed a lot since way back. So maybe we gotta be content with what we have. Hopefully it just doesn't get worse from here though. There I go. Isn't bad. There's no actual scene of people dying per se, but it's scientists yapping for 3 hours and at the end there's a good twist. Yeah. Teddy was more so saying about the whole context of making a bomb that will cause great tragedy. It can be quite intense to think about. But I'm sure that if there's lots of good food, nice snackies, a cozy blanket on the couch, Teddy can get Peachy to watch literally any film. Actually, maybe not literally any film, because there's many films that not even Teddy would watch. But that film we can probably go through if there's enough comfy, and if it starts getting a little too intense, we can just tune out of it and watch My Little Pony. And honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you haven't watched My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. It's incredible. Teddy was skeptical at the start, but the more you watch, the better it gets. It sounds silly, but Teddy very much recommends. The bad rap it gets for being a show for children, that's just nonsense. It's a good show. It takes a few episodes to get into it, but it's a good show. Let's see, colors, let's make it nice and orange, like fall. This nice and yellow, I guess. Or be gross because dehumanizing men is getting traction there, like how Marvel is going downhill now. I watch Powerpuff Girls, sometimes it's so good. That's so valid. Watching Powerpuff Girls is so valid. Those good shows from the early days, you know? God, they used to be a lot of fun. It's so valid. We should totally watch it with Peachy at some point as well. Unapologetically a show that Teddy watched. Oh yeah. Peachy just said that she's literally Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls. That's so valid. Teddy vibed with that like devil character. Absolutely terrifying. And that was a nice contrast from the usual like bubbliness of the show. But that's just because Teddy likes to see how villains are portrayed, because they can be all sorts of things. As long as there's stuffing unnecessarily sexual content / orientation to a good cartoon I'm watching. Yes, exactly, I agree with that. Teddy entirely agrees with that. If they don't try to like make it weird and add inappropriate content. That's a good cartoon, usually. When they start to get into that weird adult territory, it's yeah, no. It's an instantaneous, very strong no for Teddy. The green one is badass, yeah. Oh my god, that's such a silly little squirrel climbing up the tree. Red one is a control freak, but in a good way. I mean, yeah, sometimes you need your local control freaks to keep everything from imploding on itself. Yeah, Bubbles is adorable. And the mayor is just a silly guy. He's just a silly, clueless guy who has no idea how to administrate. But we like those characters. We like our local, completely clueless characters who don't know what they're doing. Let's go check the merchant again, see if there's anything interesting. Hopefully we get some fun things. Do I remember the most down bad introduction? No, what does that mean, Pastor? Please enlighten the Teddy. Give me the good references. Let's see. Oh my god, basic fertilizer for 900 gold. That's inflation if Teddy's ever seen it. Whoa, okay, red cabbage seeds. We might actually finish the bundle before year 1. This is insane. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Unhinged even. Plant these in this. Oh no, we got them too late. Did we actually? Did we get them too late? Teddy's gonna check. Red cabbage, red cabbage. Red cabbage. Only summer, okay. Alright, so there's no point growing these yet. We got kind of unlucky, but that's okay. That's alright. How Bubbles says they were made by accident, and one of their friends says, "Don't worry, I was a mistake too, even the professor was speechless." Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, that's so bad. Oh no. You don't know anything about this game. You're the last person who should ask about this game. That's okay. It was more of a question of Teddy to himself. Don't worry about it, Pastor. Sometimes Teddy just wanders out loud. And you may not know anything about this game, but it's just a cozy farming sim. That's all there is to know. It has nice cozy vibes, and Teddy feels it matches the whole vibe of the stream. It's also a lot easier to read chat while playing Stardew Valley. But you can kind of just stop a bit and just read chat for a moment. Whereas for other games it's not always possible to do that. Teddy says while thinking about League. The pure chaos of League sometimes, my god. You're just trying to play a cozy ARAM game and then suddenly everything goes to hell and you have 300 ping. And then you have to read chat at the same time. What do we have to do today? We've seen the merchant. We've seen the merchant. What else do we need to do? We've seen the merchant. We can make another fish pond, I guess? Maybe? We do have a sturgeon. We do have a sturgeon. And we do have enough green algae. We could make another pond. Or we could get chickens. Hmm. You know what? Wait, no. Can we? Can we even make another pond? We cannot. Okay, it's mine time. If you watch, seen it, it's okay, Pastor. It's completely okay. There's no need to correct spelling mistakes in Teddy's stream. Don't you even worry about it. And Teddy's heard of Johnny Bravo. Like I know the character of the honky guy with sunglasses. Oh my God, Peachy just gasped. Oh my God. Okay, well we're gonna be dropping some Peachy lore here if that's okay. So supposedly when Peachy was young, her aunt used to call her their little Johnny Bravo because she was a buff child. So there you go, we have some Peachy lore. Yeah, I didn't watch it because it's a show that I got kind of frustrated as a kid and I never caught it. It looked cool. But instead what Teddy would get is Courage the Cowardly Dog instead. Peachy lore right here. You know that Chris Peachy lore now, Pasture. You can literally brag about knowing something that the rest of chat won't know on Peachy stream. But yeah, I know about it. I haven't actually watched it, unfortunately, or fortunately. Teddy doesn't know pretty much anything about that show, other than the the weird looking main character. But what about it, Pasture? Is there like a silly little quote you have? His most iconic line was, oh, there we go, was, "Mama warned me about girls like you, but I was hoping she was right." Oh my God. Mama warned me about girls like you, but I was hoping she was right. Oh no. Oh no, that absolutely slayed on the spot. That's when you just reevaluate your choices. Brag so you're gonna brag so much about that. Yeah, you got that crisp Peachy lore right here. On a Teddy streams. You better brag about it. Flexing that Peachy knowledge. And that honestly is valid. You should. They should. Eventually we'll make a Peachy quiz for points. So that Jaeger can lose all his points again. Courage used ChatGPT before it was famous. Oh yeah, the plot line of Courage, like in retrospect, feels like it was written by AI. It's so unhinged, but it's so good. Like it doesn't make sense half the time, but that's kind of the allure of it. You have lore untouched by the populace. Literally. You have that crisp Peachy lore that nobody else has. Other than Teddy, of course. And I won't say Peachy because sometimes she even forgets her own lore. Like sometimes we're talking and I just say something, like Teddy says something really obvious that Peachy's told Teddy like a week ago. And then she's just like, huh? Oh yeah. But before that it's the most dumbfounded look in existence. That's okay though. What's her actual name? Well, that's for Peachy to tell you if she wants to. Teddy can't be saying nothing about such things. if you want to ask the name, then you can ask Peachy. I hope you understand. It's like we all have our own little preferences over how we handle our internet presence, you know? And especially from what Teddy can tell. Like, as a woman, it seems to be damn dangerous to just have your name freely out there on the internet. But that's okay, Teddy will protect Peachy. I'm already saying, help the people. God help the people that even think about Peachy the wrong way. Teddy will straight up maul their face. Just one swipe of the claw, gone. Straight up. Being a woman has been dangerous since the start of humanity. That is so real. That is so real. That is real on a fundamental level right there. Oh, that's so bad though. It really shouldn't be like that. Unfortunately, humanity has a way to be dangerous even to itself. It's so ridiculous, honestly. It shouldn't be like that. But maybe that's just Teddy being a little too hopeful about human nature. That's okay. Teddy also holds the firm belief that one day humanity will be just a bunch of silly people doing silly things. Being happy and goofy. And hopefully that's gonna be the case one day. But in the meantime, it can be the case in the stream. Pretty graphic action you're committing right there. Yes. Yes, and there will be no survivors. Because Peachy is a sweet little gentle innocent soul. And Teddy must protect. Yeah, there's no way, no two ways about it. Sorry if it was disturbing, by the way, Pastor. Just you gotta make it clear that ideas like communism, socialism don't prosper. Is because they forget to acknowledge basic human nature, that is greed, that's why capitalism wins. Well, you know, on like a philosophical level, Pastor, really Teddy thinks that there is no such thing as basic human nature, you know? Like there's been countless philosophers who literally all that they've ever said was humanity is like this at its core. Like good, evil, well-intentioned, not well-intentioned. And honestly, the only thing that we know about humanity is that we can only make assumptions. At least on like the way that humans are inclined to think, because even in psychology, like half of the studies that we have are like, yeah, maybe humans are like that, but we aren't sure. It's like we've seen proof that humans can behave this way, but it's nothing conclusive. Like at the end of the day, we're all just a bunch of silly goofs trying to stumble our way through life. And some philosophers think that we're doing it by being selfish, and some thinks that we're not. You know, it can be pretty easy to forget like kindness and happiness and silly goofy when you're in a specific culture at a time. But that's why it's always important to remind yourself that because some silly guy in a powdered wig said that all humans are evil, it doesn't mean that all humans are evil. It just means that the silly guy in a powdered wig said that all humans are evil. That's literally all it means. And so it's important to keep a big fat smile on your face and to try to be as kind to yourself and others as you can. So we were interacting because someone thought about having a platform where you can play a game and show it to others. Oh my god, the meta communication of Teddy is streaming a game, and he's streaming a game because of this specific frame of thought. Yeah, it's valid. Some people will always enjoy watching others play. But you know, Teddy's streaming just because he wants to make a community that hopefully will be comfy and cozy for many, you know? It's 2 AM, you might be getting philosophical. It's the EP tired brain hitting. That's okay. You can always have philosophical discussion in Teddy's chat, as long as it's respectful. That's what matters the most. Because I know a lot of like philosophy discussions can get pretty heated, and then people start getting disrespectful. It's always important to remember that what matters is that you don't upset the person that you're discussing with and that you respect their point of view. Sometimes, you know, you just disagree, and that's okay. It's not about convincing everyone, it's just about having an interesting discussion to share points of view. It's not about trying to sway the person to believe in you or, you know, find cracks in what they're saying. Because then you won't have anybody to share anything with. Like any thoughts. That's why it's always important to remain respectful. Ah yes, you like old philosophy, I write whatever I want, you can't change it because you weren't literate enough to write. Oh, that is... yeah, it's so silly. Or like Greek philosophy where it's pretty much, I say this, and here's my line of argumentation. Try to change my mind. Oh, oops. You cannot change my mind. Guess you are wrong. It's actively so silly. Philosophy is interesting. It can get pretty difficult to read sometimes though. But you know, there will always be somebody to summarize it. Maybe you should start actually keeping these things, because who knows when they will be useful. The hoarder mindset right here. The superior way of thinking, Greeks, no, but Greek philosophers have a way of making very good arguments, and then when you kind of spend a little bit of time inspecting their life, you're like, wait, they did what? You silly bean. My god, you're literally standing right there, sweetheart. You silly goofy little bean. We appreciate the interaction though. We got Peachy dropping the beans right here. It's okay, we grab the beans, we put a little blanket over them. Beans on toast. Oh no. Beans on toast, that is. Oof. I don't know how to feel about that one. I just don't know how to feel about that one, Pastor. That's some deep British lore you're dropping. Oh golly. Whoops. There we go. Honestly, diamonds are cool, but we are finding so many of them that at this point, what matters is to get to the bottom of the mines. There you go, perfect. Tasteless as it gets. No EU bean stew superiority. Yes, valid. Valid. Teddy's had some incredible bean stew made by Peachy's mama. I gotta say that was, yeah, that was something special. Teddy can totally understand the culinary superiority right there. When a mom decides to cook something, it will pretty much always come out incredible. Your Indian would be British national 80 years ago. Oh no. Wait, what are you gonna show me, honey? Oh, you need my passcode. Okay. Wait. POV Teddy typing at 24 length passcode. Don't forget to increase the brightness. Peachy's working on something a little secret that she's gonna probably talk about on her stream, and she needs Teddy's iPad to do it. My God. Honestly, Pastor, you should stream. You should stream. I know we had the discussion, like I know you mentioned it beforehand, but you're literally really silly goofy in chat. You can just be silly goofy, but in voice, you know? And then the whole thing with the voices, you're gonna get used to it eventually. Like Teddy wasn't very confident in his own voice until Peachy Loki forced Teddy to be like, look at your voice. It's not that bad. Okay, it's fucking amazing, as Peachy just said. Fair enough, sweetheart. I just say that because you know I like to temper my views. Your accent will get me killed, though I've worked on it. It's okay. Honestly, you know, if people are being disrespectful or annoying in chat, you can just sternly ask them to be respectful. And if they're not, well then you hit them with the lovely ban hammer, you know? Like, if people can't respect you or the vibe that you're going for, they're just not meant to be part of your audience, and that's okay. Some people just like to come in to weave chaos and not actually be part of the community. As long as you're confident enough that you have something that, like a goal that you're working for, that you're working towards in streaming, like making a community that you feel safe in, or a community that you like, or a community of people that are like-minded. That's what matters, because having a goal is gonna keep you being consistent. And if Peachy's taught Teddy anything, is that consistency is key when you're trying to stream. But make sure that you have a goal and that you stick to it. Something that you believe in. And you'll be fine. If you say you are Indian or something, they spam beef gifs on Instagram. It's so disappointing. But I'm so used to just amusing now. Oof. No, that's horrible. That's horrible. Teddy just understood it. That's absolutely horrible. Nah, people are wild these days. They really need to be respectful. That's ridiculous, honestly. That's why you be unapologetically silly or unapologetically, like, happy. Because people who are trying to get something out of you or get some anger out of you are just gonna feel frustrated that you're not responding in the way they expected. And then next thing you know, those people won't even bother you. Because you'll just be entirely unbothered by them. But once again, it's the final decision is always up to you. It's always a case of, you need a goal you believe in. Because if you don't believe in it, it's going to be that much harder to attempt to achieve it. Oh my god. Nah, that's not an okay word. Be careful. I understand what you mean, but it's still... Oh god. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, Snake Eyes, welcome. Welcome, the sneaky rattlesnake coming into chat. Golly. Nice to have you here. It is nice to have... You've been lurking the whole time. My god, just like a true rattlesnake, you've just been lurking under the dunes. Just waiting for the moment to strike. And now is the moment to strike, I guess. The rattlesnake was lurking. You were at a work meeting? Oh my god, well I hope it went well and it wasn't too boring. Teddy knows that those can be pretty mind-numbing. Mayhaps? Mayhaps for the work meeting, or mayhaps that you were lurking all the time like a snake? That's okay. We appreciate our local mod gang, our local animal crew here. For the lurk, okay. Okay, that's valid. We got the local bear, we got the local snake. The meeting went well, nice. That's very much what matters. That it wasn't too mind-numbing. Pastures where you can find all domesticated animals, yes. All the domesticated animals will be on pasture. We had the terrain arrive before the animals. Now we just need somebody from the pastures. Someday we'll have somebody named Desert. And Snake Eyes' job will be to befriend them. You're not domesticated yet. No, you're not. You're not. You're a rattlesnake in the deserts of Texas. You got local pasture to accommodate everyone. Just some work dress. What do you mean, just some work? Dress when meeting clients. Okay, alright. Alright, well. If it was interesting, that's what matters. At least you're very welcome to stay here on the stream. Give you a little bit of entertainment. A little bit of silly goofy fun if you'd like. Certainly glad to have a member of the mod gang here on Teddy's chat. Fulfill your sheriff arc. Oh yes, the rattlesnake with the sheriff star and the cowboy hat on. Oh my god, we got more honey. Nice. Yeet. Oh. Do we have 2 fish now? Yes, we do. Nice. Very good. The job of watering everything, as usual. Stardew Valley duties. There we go. With some nice vibey music in the background. You just bought an Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade. Oh golly, that's awesome. What are you gonna do with it? Like an actual cosplay, or are you just gonna have it for the silly goofy fun of having it? Which is totally valid, by the way. Like honestly, more power to you if you just wanna have one. That's such a cool thing to have. Everyone who's been like even like remotely obsessed with Assassin's Creed has thought, what if I just have one, and they kind of just put a ruler in their sleeve and just like take it out and feel all silly goofy. Or maybe that was just Teddy being silly. That's also a possibility. It's gameplay time. Oh my god, real life gameplay, real life Assassin's Creed. That's gonna go wrong so fast. Y'all be careful. No assassinating anyone. Unless it's crusty people. At which point Teddy cannot condone. Teddy cannot support or condone or say anything for legal reasons. Everything is a work accident if you think about it. I still pretend my watch is Ben 10 Omnitrix. It's so valid. Everyone who's watched Ben 10 has done that at least once, where they were like, "Oh my god, what if I spin my watch and then I slap it and I transform into a big silly goofy monster from Ben 10." It's so valid. Everything is legal if no one's watching. No. No, that's a horrible thing to say. Be careful about that, Pasture. Golly. It is silly, but... oh god. Wait, Pasture, don't you have school tomorrow? Shouldn't you be sleeping if you said it's like 2 AM? Or are you going on that no sleep school arc? I can't say it's valid because, you know, you all, absolutely every single one of us needs those cozy 8 hours of sleep. And that he fully encourages every one of you to get it. It's important. He opened Instagram and the first reel was peaches. As it should be. As it should be. If Instagram had a function where you could just limit everything to silly cat memes and peachy. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'm asleep. You're gonna sleep in some time. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Teddy's not gonna force you to sleep. If you want to stay here and vibe with the awesome people in chat. Or just look at some cozy gaming while chatting on the side. That's completely valid. You're very welcome to stay. There we go. There we go. Oh, and also Snake Eyes. I thought you'd like to know, but Teddy changed his schedule, and now we're gonna be playing Darkest Dungeon on Tuesdays. So you can have your local rogue back, local Snake Eyes rogue. It had a feature of seeing only what you want, but someone on Instagram decided hell no. Yeah, that does not surprise me. At this point, you have to pay for the apps that you use to work as intended. It's ridiculous, honestly. Cool, we're getting real unlucky on this one. And then hopefully on Wednesday, if Peachy and Teddy have all their brain cells left, we can get some nice Minecraft gaming. And then on Thursday, Teddy may or may not be doing streamies. That's why Teddy wrote there was a bonus stream, maybe. We'll see, we'll see. That bonus stream may be literally anything from League to Slay the Spire to more Stardew, more Minecraft, other bunches of little thingies like that. There we go. No mercy. Okay. Let's go down, and hopefully we can complete this level before midnight. We're gonna do it. Teddy's confident. Just gonna eat a little magic mushroom in the meantime. There we go. You know, the motivation streak from past 2 years, I'm just trying to do everything to do an academic comeback, but it's not looking good. Honestly, the way that Peachy and Teddy work, which, you know, has been working so far, is that we literally just read class, believe in ourselves, be absolutely confident that we're gonna do slay and succeed. And to give you a little psychology trick, if you study, like there's no use to like study right before the exam, because all that's gonna do is jumble everything you have in your head and mess with the things that you've learned before. So if you study and you get to the exam day, just relax. Everything will come back in time if you gave yourself enough time to read through everything in the class. And we got a skeleton key. Hell yeah. Nice. Finished the mine and we have a tougher mine to get through. Hmm? Thank you, sweetheart. Peachy telling Teddy that he's doing a good job. Always making my heart melt. God damn it. Snake Eyes agrees. Well, there you go. Look at that. You got two people right here telling you that everything's gonna be okay. There we go. The skull key. I think to get the skull key, what do we need? Bus repair. Okay, we just need to spend money. Alright. You have this exam on the 5th of May. It's a nationwide test for going to med school. Holy moly. So you need help because even though I have studied, I keep forgetting what I studied. What do I do? Hmm? Yeah, honestly, just the speech you said, that's just an issue of med school. Best you can do in Teddy's opinion is just learn it as much as you can and give it your most fair shot, because problem with med school is that you're not really, not many people pass it because the system is just not all that good. Oh yeah, and Snake is entirely right. Practice tests are a godsend. If you can find practice tests or tests from other years or stuff like that, sometimes revising those actually helps you more than revising the classes. Like Teddy and Peachy very much do that, where we just grab old tests and we practice the questions, and that can really help. Or even similar tests. It's always really important to test yourself, because there's always that thing that your brain does of, if you get it wrong and then you look at the correction, your brain is gonna get kind of embarrassed and try to hypercorrect, and then you learn easier. But honestly, with tests that are that far-reaching, you can't know everything by heart. So probably your best shot is knowing most of everything that you can know. And then you just do your best and believe in yourself. And honestly, you'll be fine. You do that, but it's like you panic and physics and chemistry look so unsolvable. That's so valid. Teddy studied physics in university for 3 years, and I can tell you that even then, you look at certain problems and you're like, what diseased mind has made these things? Oh golly, and organic chemistry, oh. Organic chemistry. Peachy keeps talking about it. God, she can tell you all about the adventures that she had with med school on her stream, but it was not fun. But honestly, the advice that Teddy can give you for physics at least is get as many examples of questions that you can get. And then first, you try to solve it with the solution, because usually solving it by yourself is not going to do anything. And then when you solve it with the solution, you go back and you try to go step by step to recreate the solution until you understand it. And then after you've gone through every example that you can access, you kind of just pull out random ones and you get a mental image of what you can do with each one to see if you remember the steps. Because usually if you remember the steps, you're gonna be good at figuring out how to do it, because it's all pretty, like, it's all pretty straightforward calculations, you know? It doesn't help that 2 million people compete for 100,000 seats, so it's scary. Yeah, honestly, it is scary. It is scary, but even being scary doesn't mean you can't give it your best shot. Yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna say this, like, don't focus about cramming everything in your head, because all you're gonna give yourself is stress for years and a reduced quality of life until then. Like, in Teddy's opinion, honestly, if you give it your best shot and you feel like you will succeed, if you convince yourself, if you literally manifest that you're gonna succeed, you're gonna do a hell of a lot better than if you are thinking negatively. Because another important thing as well when you revise is that you put yourself in the same mindset that you're gonna be, or as close as you can, on the same mindset that you're gonna be when you're going to be passing the exam. I don't mean like be stressed when you study. I mean, like, if you think you're gonna be feeling like pretty sad, my opinion is just try to figure out a way to feel happiness and then try to exert that same happiness when you're going to be doing the exam, because usually we keep all our information in the brain, you know? It's just that you have to access it somehow, and our brains aren't very good at accessing the information we store. So if you're in the same mindset, your brain is going to struggle less while trying to access that information. Yeah, from what Peachy told Teddy of the med school exam, and from what Teddy heard from many other people, it's a pain in the ass, and it's meant to be a pain because of how prestigious that position is supposed to be, and and also how overworked you're gonna be as a med student. You'll solve with my solution, then try again without it so that I can remember it. Yeah, exactly, because honestly, honestly, Teddy's gonna tell you some real facts out here about physics. It starts off as being pretty obvious, and then it very slowly gets less and less obvious until it's just some wild thing that you either have the instinct for, or you're gonna be struggling to solve it. So the way that Teddy did it is that he trained himself with the solutions until he understood the idea behind those solutions, or until he just understood the solutions. And then when I saw a similar problem, I could easily just apply that same line of thinking onto it again, you know? You may take a load and go to Switzerland, live with my cousin, and go to expensive ass med school. Honestly, if you're gonna try med school here, you're gonna have to ask Peachy for advice, because Teddy hasn't heard good things about it. I mean, even in Switzerland, there's people who go to Romania to pass an easier med school and then come to Switzerland to work. And it's so silly because they learn the same things. It's just the exams are meant for people to pass. They're meant for people to have a chance of actually getting somewhere. Because med school it's insane. It's insane. And in today's world, honestly, if you like what you're doing, you can usually live pretty well. Of course, that depends where you live. Like Switzerland is pretty darn expensive, and as much as it looks like it, there's not a lot of greenery around. Unless you go to the middle of nowhere places, but it's all about future plans. It's all about future plans. Like, hopefully someday it'll be a lot easier for people to figure out their own path, because right now studying is a lot of anxiety. But you know, that's why you got little streams like Teddy's, where you can just come in and hang out and chill out and not have to worry too much. So it's also nice to kick back and, you know, not spend all your time worrying. I know it sounds easy, but it's actually difficult to rest and to just stay here and or other places that give you comfort and just enjoy a little bit of relaxation. Main goal is med school here. Last option is going to Europe or US for med school. Yeah, you got this, Pasture. Exactly as Snake Eyes said. We all believe in you in here and in the chat. Literally, you got this. You got this. There's no room for failure. You'll succeed. We all believe in you. Literally no way you can fail. Absolutely no way. Peachy and Teddy are sending you lots of successful vibes. Just keep focused on your success, that you're doing everything in your power to succeed, and you'll succeed. It's just as easy as that. You got this though. You got this. Everything will be well. Super cucumber. Maybe let's keep one. The hoarder mindset once again. How about we just keep 1,000,000? Yes, of course. Of course, Teddy. Just straight up keeping all of them. Okay, these ones we have to keep though, like clams, are pretty important to keep right now. When you get in, you'll sub or whatever the super chat is on Twitch. Thank God, thanks a lot. Don't worry about it. And honestly, that's the mindset. It's when you get in, never an if. It's when you get in, because you will get in. You'll get in and you'll be like sending us a picture being like a girlies I passed on Peachy's Discord. You're just gonna see a round of congratulations. And just gonna see Peachy, Teddy, Snake Eyes are gonna be here. We're gonna remember. But you got this. You got this. We all believe in you. Yeah, don't worry about the sub. It's okay. Teddy will appreciate it a lot if you do it, but for now, all you gotta do is enjoy. Enjoy. Take your time studying. Make sure that you get some nice hydration. Talking of which, I have not hydrated in a bit. And talking of which, Peachy hasn't hydrated in a bit. And she has no water. Shouldn't you go get water, honey? You shouldn't. Do you want me to get water? Honey, you need to hydrate. Hell yeah, Snake Eyes. Exactly. Look at that. Look at that, Pasture. Rattlesnake is here for you, coming in clutch. So Teddy's gonna do a very quick intermission. I will be right back. It's literally gonna take less than a minute to get myself water and to get Peachy water. Like, Teddy's not even gonna go on the intermission screen. I'll be right back. Alright, Teddy's back. Let's see. Okay, yeah, sorry, little lazy guy. Just sitting there working on her secret project. Right, Snake Eyes said howdy, but I think you saw that, sweetheart. Water is key to life, some nerd in ancient Greece. Literally, water is delicious. Sun Tzu. Honey. And the art of war on page 1, it is written, water is delicious. True wisdom right there. Yes. Oh my god. I mean, that means you can probably start working on the toes or something. It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be good. Don't worry about it, honey. I love you, sweetheart. Gosh, what a princess. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with this pretty princess here? Golly. I'm one lucky teddy. Oh my god, look at this. We have hops. We can make alcohol now. Oh god, you're so silly. Toes. Yes, toes, Snake Eyes. She is making toes on the iPad. Who knows? Who knows, Pastor? It's gonna be a little secret project until Peachy talks about it. If she'll talk about it, because Peachy is a silly little guy. Yeah, yeah, but it's not for me to talk about. It's for you to talk about it, sweetheart. I don't know what your project's up about. I know some details, but it's your silly, goofy little doodad. You're just a girl, Peachy. Alcohol? All fun and games. If a girl says it. I mean, is it a war crime if it's just girl activities? If it's girl activities, can we say it's a war crime? That should be your punchline. You're just a girl. Honey, are you just a girl? Oh my god, okay, yeah, we need to start making t-shirts that say you're just a girl. It's okay, Your Honor. She cannot be convicted of crimes against humanity. She's just a girl. It's so valid, though. Honey, entirely. Absolutely valid. Like, who said it's a crime if it's just being a girl? We get to watch her and we pet the kitty cat, because we always need to pet the kitty cat. Lest the gods smite the teddy down for not having fed the kitty cat and given it lots of belly scratches. I'm convinced it's a catchphrase. Merch idea lol. Never been more valid words than I'm just a girl. Kitty deserves some love. Yeah, the kitty deserves all the love in the world, honestly. All the love and attention in the world that we can give to that little piece of floof that is the kitty cat. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Be like, I'm just a girl. Oh my god. Y'all have the silly. Y'all have literally so much silly. What will I do? What will I do with so much silly being around? So much sillying around. Peachy just being a girl. Y'all being Wendy's warriors. One day, I will find a gif of a teddy bear. Not even a teddy bear, a whole ass bear walking into a Wendy's. and Teddy's gonna add that on the raid, on the raid alert. Okay, so Wendy's. Oh my god, no, Teddy's not gonna fall on that one. Not gonna happen. Honey, you fell for every single one of these, without exception. You're just like, huh? What do you mean? And I'm just sitting there like face planting, like face palming myself, being like, no, honey, not this way, not right now. Of all times. That's okay. You're just a girl, honey. Can you be blamed? You can't be blamed. You're just a girl. That's so valid. Entirely valid. Teddy agrees. 150 pieces of hardwood, girly. That's a special level, a special amount of hardwood. 400 stone and 10,000 gold. Oh my. Wendy's nuts. Quoted by Peachy. Honey. Did you say Wendy's nuts? I have lost faith in humanity. What? No, never. Never in a million years. Teddy can lose faith in the entire world, but never in my sweetheart. Pretty sure said, and that's why Teddy said you always fall for it. Yeah. Alright, we buy that. And there's 3 chalky cakes, okay. Honey, do you want chalky cake? Yeah, we're gonna do something with veggies. Gotta figure something out with veggies, sweetheart. She's just a girl. My god. Y'all coming here with a peachy wisdom. I'm just a girl, I don't know what you expect from me. Honestly, Snake Eyes, this like peak peachy commentary right there. Literally peak peachy commentary. What in the world? Just need 2 of those. We're working on that. That as well. Summer crops. We need a single burberry. Okay. Burberry. Okay. Guys, stop directly quoting me. Oh my god. Y'all are just silly. But honey, they've been quoting everything. The only thing they haven't quoted yet is Metal Gear Rising or like Dante yet. Yet. They haven't quoted Dante yet, but it's gonna happen at some point. Guys, are you the storm that is approaching? Alright, that's it. Peachy. Oh my god. We just pay attention to stream. Yet. Keywords. Oh my. What am I gonna do with y'all silly bunches of people? God. Y'all have the silly in you. Thy words have deeper impact than some strange ramblings of a wanderer. Honey, your words have touched their souls very deeply. You want to quote Dante so bad in game? Oh my god, that Dante and his pizza man quotes. He's just a pizza man. Can he be blamed? He's just a pizza man. No, by that I mean that we all know the Virgil quotes. Don't we? No, we don't. My god. I don't think Pizza Man is the least of his ramblings. No. He says all sorts of silly things. We should low-key, I just realized, we should low-key upgrade our axe. Because we haven't done that. Teddy's done pretty much only mining for now. But at least we're breaking big rocks, so that's good. Silly, more like swatted by FBI level things, but saves himself by saying in-game. Yes. Yes, he does. Yeah, he literally does do that. Where he says like horrible quotes and then he says in-game. It's I'm gonna show you a compilation after, sweetheart. It's something special. Sometimes actually special. Oh my god. Ah, it's 4 PM. Clint has stopped working. I forgot about that. Oh my. When you are Clint and you simply cannot work more than 6 hours. Maybe you should do that here. You be careful, Pasture. You be careful with the strange quotes you're gonna pull out. Teddy's always watching. Sometimes you feel he should be in a serious psych ward detention. Yeah. Yes, he should. He really should. No, to be real, no. He's a lost cause. I mean, the man does have some pretty hardcore lore, though. Okay, no, Haley is not getting a quest completed. Not happening. Not happening. Teddy's just gonna go to the sea and fish some more. Getting those cozy sea vibes. Him and Speed, yes. God. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Yeah, then he's supposed to be the good one of the two brothers. That really makes you rethink the life choices that he made to get there. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Dante from Devil May Cry. That silly pizza man guy. With his strawberry milkshakes. Is there a more American combination than strawberry milkshakes and pizza? Probably there is. Probably there is. Rattlesnake would know. Devil will cry. The devil will cry after hearing him out. Oh yeah, no, the moment that the devil hears that, he's like, what? Burgers and soda valid. That is, yes. That does feel correct, Rattlesnake. Thank you for enlightening us with the America lore. Oh, such a silly stream. Yeah, you don't know. Oh no. Oil. Oil and democracy. That is an American combination, that is true. America lore. Gracing us with the American lore. Hell yes. A bald eagle in the distance just cries out. America. Oh my. American lore, straight up. We're all messing about, but hopefully it's not offensive to you, Snake Eyes. Hopefully it's not. Bald eagles are a lot bigger than originally thought. Yeah, honestly, yeah. They you don't expect them to look that chunky. Like sometimes their claws can be almost the size, or even the size of a human hand. Yeah, exactly. Like you wouldn't expect them to be that massive. That serious look. No, lol. America even makes jokes about America. Okay. Alright, I just had to make sure. Because sometimes we can get carried away with silly jokes, but they can be insensitive to some people. You know? That's okay. Daily Stream is friendly to everyone. I don't think anything offends Americans, I just feel it's better the more jokes they have about. Oh my god. But the oil and democracy, that's almost giving Senator Armstrong from Revengeance. It's always going to be the funniest for me if you just like do a perfectly cut take of Senator Armstrong saying like his monologue about America and the weak and the strong and oil and fighting pointless wars. And then like the little cyber ninja guy just gets up, agrees with him, shakes hands, cut, end of the game. It'd be so silly if it was just that. Like you just get to the end of the game, protagonist agrees with the villain, everyone's happy, everyone leaves. You're just like, okay, boss fight ended, I guess. There's a poster on the internet that says, to be the Americans. It says, be the Americans that the Chinese think you are. Oh my god. Be the American they think you are. Oh, that's so silly. That's such a silly thing. Oh my. Can imagine how hilarious it must be to just like walk up to somebody who has an expectation of what an American is, and then just pull like the most American move and watch the reaction. It's so wild though, such a big country and everyone speaks the same language but in different ways. You can literally go through the country and go through all sorts of climates. The Paris syndrome all over again, yes. Honestly, if you go to if you do go to Paris, like kind of another subject, if you do go to Paris and you expect to just see posh, eccentric people from the films, no, that's not what it is. That just ain't how it is. The most you might see is a hate crime or two. America's really lucky though, we managed to be untied across from coast to coast. haven't seen the other side, so much I don't think I'll be surprised at this point. Yeah. Those cultural stereotypes can be kinda silly, and sometimes outright wrong. I mean, except when it's the cultural stereotype that nobody knows about Portugal because nobody knows about Portugal. The amount of times that he has had to be like, I'm not Spanish to people. It's it's special. It's special. And they just look at you and they're like, oh, so you can speak Spanish? And I'm like, no. Oh my god, yes, Ronaldo. Everyone's saying Ronaldo. God. The natives unitedly lost. Oh yeah, United. Okay, yeah. That makes more sense. Be united from coast to coast, yeah. It's definitely nice to just be able to travel so far and people still speak a language that you can understand. Mostly understand it. That is. I don't know if y'all know My Little Pony, but that character of Granny Smith. Like, we've just stopped trying to understand what she's saying. We just assume it's something to do with the lore. Because she speaks in that really thick Texan accent. And it's, oh boy. They have land now and run their own form of government. Sweet! Oh my god. You bunch of silly people. It's nice though. There's a riot happening in Paris every day. Honestly, yes. Yes. That's pretty much Paris. Like, you go to walk up to get your croissant, and then you come back, croissant, and then you come back, and next thing you know, you just see people throwing like tear gas at each other, and a random car on fire, and you're like, huh? Since when? There's even like a video of a guy just like casually eating a pain au chocolat, which is like this like puff pastry with chalky in the middle, while a riot is happening around him, and he's just like casually eating it, just watching me, like in the middle of the riot, he's just like, huh? Unbothered. You want a girlfriend slash mommy with thick southern accent? Oh my god. Well, good luck with that, Pasture. Good luck with that. Just make sure that you are true to yourself and that you don't let the world ever break down that inner child in you. It's important. Yeah, of course. Give it to me, honey. Wait, actually, I don't have enough outlets for this. You're gonna have to put the phone on charge on that other outlet of the heater thingamabob. The French are real and they are scary. Yes. Yes, they are. Yes. We live in we live in Switzerland, in the French part, and sometimes you get like French people that are so unapologetically French that they will actively make you feel like you've been hate crimed. And sometimes you just stand there being like, okay. It's horrible. Algerians and Africans are messing up France, for real. Oh my god. That's a hot take right there. That's a dangerous thing to say in today's political climate. Fall's almost here. Okay, upgrading the watering can. The way we're not going to do that. We are not going to upgrade the watering can because Teddy has the strategy of we just use the thingamabobs. What the hell are they called? The sprinklers, yes. The thingamabobs, honey. The little doohickeys. Okay, we need rock, that, okay. Oh my god, the cat is just loafing in the middle of the crops. Your knee's acting up again. You need a hot pepper. Valid. Valid, girly. Entirely valid. Teddy can understand that. When you just need to rub a hot pepper on your knee. There's nothing to understand, honey. It's just an old man thing. Sometimes you gotta rub that old pepper, that old hot pepper on the knee, type of thing. You know? Exactly. That's the attitude, sweetheart. That's the attitude. German looks mean but softer than ice cream. Italian just being Italian. I mean, it's a hot take with illegal immigrants and all because nobody wants to take the blame, but I get your point. Yeah. I mean, from what Teddy can see, modern politics is really just about things going wrong. And old, powerful people being able to pat each other in the back, being like, wow, we did so much this year. Like, Teddy remembers the times when they were like, by 2020, no carbon emissions. And now we're just all sitting here like... Exactly as Peachy just said, like, where did that incentive go? Like, the carbon emissions are still here, girlies. Well, we can still sometimes even visibly see them in some countries. It's probably in my country as well, because they're illegally given the right to vote for some immediate win and long-term negative effects. That's, yeah, no, that's just honestly silly. The right to vote in a country is such a silly concept, because in many ways there's countries where you just cannot vote unless you've been in it for an inordinate amount of time. Or you just can't vote, period, despite living there for your entire life. It sucks because they say stuff and don't do anything till last minute. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you just don't do anything, honestly. You're just sitting there, you're like, so what about that initiative? And they're like, we're working towards it. Yeah, we're doing something towards it. And you're just sitting there like, okay. And then they just kind of pat each other's backs, go back in their cars, and they're like, we solved so much, oh my god. Politics is hard, definitely, but it shouldn't be a reason to be complacent. Like, it can be difficult for sure, but it doesn't mean that you should just let things rot. Democracy is a drug that kills a country who've had it for too long and cures... and a cure-it-all for a country who's never had any. In a sense, that can be valid in a sense, because a lot of democratic countries, like even Teddy can talk about his own country, democracy was pretty good at the start, and now it's just people who want to pretty much exploit the trappings of democracy to be able to put people they know and friends into positions of power, where usually you can't do really anything to fight that system unless you are a friend. Yeah, it all hinges on the people. I mean, there was a philosopher, Plato, in fact, one of the Greeks, who literally thought it was stupid that the people rule, because he's like, you're assuming that the people know what they want. And, I mean, sometimes people just don't know what they want. And they just make a random choice that's gonna affect the lives of everyone else. Because, I don't know, Teddy just doesn't like the idea of like, the majority prefers this, so the majority is gonna get what they want and everyone else copes. It's silly. But once again, that's why we are here on these little streams being silly together, kind of joking about this nonsense in the world that's happening. And you know, that's okay. It's okay to be silly, Goofy. Alright, let's see. What else do we have to do? Well, that's gonna be fixed very soon. That is also gonna get fixed pretty soon. that may be fixed pretty soon. That's gonna get fixed in a while. And a tiger trout. Where do we get tiger trouts from? Let's see. Tiger trouts, Stardew Valley. In the fall or the winter. Okay, that's fair. That's valid. I guess we need to start making sprinklers, maybe? Yeah, let's start to make sprinklers. You're from Lisbon, where on Friday afternoon there wasn't a single Portuguese person on the street, only people of certain kind beliefs of the... Oh my god, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. I know the video you're talking about. There's a Portuguese colony here in my country till the 60s. Yeah, in Goa, I think. If Teddy knows his names, okay. Colonization is such a mess. But then again, as with those times, everyone thought it was the hippest thing to do, and we all know that was a bad choice. A very bad one, in fact. People being a bunch of silly, goofy little dummies. Honestly. The Goa Inquisition was a bloody one, yeah. Every single goddamn Inquisition is just terrifying. Every time you think that there was one that was particularly bloody, you just look at every one of the others and you're like, okay. So it was bad. Yeah, it's just silly, honestly. Oh my god, the cat came to sit next to Teddy. Such a silly little thing, look at it. Oh golly. Adorable, absolutely adorable. DIY, okay. We're getting them achievements. Okay, sprinklers have to be put like this. Oh damn, I forgot. Sprinklers do not work on this. So we need that greenhouse ASAP. Well, a drat. That's gonna be nasty. Yeah, fair enough. We just save the sprinklers until we can use them. That's okay. And I guess we can go do more fishing, maybe? Yeah, more fishing sounds good. And also, Pastor, I'm not sure if you know, but like I'm not sure if it's the current one, but one of the prime ministers of Portugal or something like that, or party leader, was actually a guy from Goa. It's a beautiful state, by the way. You can come here in November when it's nice and warm. The nature is just, oh yeah, yeah. That doesn't surprise Teddy. I've heard many good things from there. We need to do more traveling with Peachy. Teddy's gonna show her the world. And also make her taste Austrian pastries. Yeah, you can look him up. Actually, what even is his name? That's wait. Okay, he is the 119th Prime Minister of Portugal. I think you can find him. It's pretty silly. Austrian pastries. Like Teddy's gotta make Peachy try out the famous Austrian pastries like strudel or what's it called again? Damn, when you know the German names but you don't remember the English names, it's pretty much the same. It's called Sachertorte, and it's pretty much just a chocolate cake in a sense. It's like a cake covered in chocolate that's famous in a hotel. I'm pretty sure Peachy's gonna like that. And also just enjoyed the beauty of the Austrian castles. It's really nice. Teddy recommends. Yeah, you can look him up. You can look him up, Pastor. It was kind of always a silly thing, but that's because Portugal, when in its early history, was a little bit. How do I say this? It was a little bit racist. So people were making unsavory comments. But then again, from what Teddy heard, he didn't seem to be a very savory person himself. There we go. Perfect. Very nice. Just catching all the tasty fishes. Red mullets. I think Teddy after this day is probably gonna end the stream, so that Peachy and I can get some foodie and spend a cozy evening together as well. He still is the Prime Minister. Yeah, it is that one. It is that guy. Prime Minister according to Google. Well, if he still is, then democracy is scuffed in Teddy's country, because last I heard, he was involved in like some big scandal. Some like big corruption related issue. Which is honestly par for the course in Teddy's country. Like, pretty much everyone and every one of their cousins is involved in some corruption scheme. Which is kind of sad to see. You'd expect the country to have some integrity, but sometimes it doesn't, and that sometimes happens a little too often, where you kind of just sit there being like, okay, yet again, another scandal. Oh my god, a ruby, really nice. Yeah, the article says he isn't in his residence. I was wondering why. No, I know. Okay, yeah, there was a pretty big scandal. I don't know what it was about, but it was something related to corruption. But yeah, I think after this day Teddy's gonna end the streamy, and tomorrow we get some crisp Darkest Dungeon before Teddy has his D&D session. And y'all also get some Peachy streaming tomorrow. Y'all better be on your toes for that stream. Yeah. You heard right, Snake Eyes, Darkest Dungeon. We're gonna go back to climbing the mountain. With Peachy being the flagellant and you being the rogue. And then Teddy hopefully not dying for the 4th time. Every time a character is named Teddy, he just dies on the spot. Well, good night to you as well, Pastor. It was very nice to have you here. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow on stream. It's gonna be a little bit earlier than this stream, cause Teddy's got the D&D session at the usual stream time. But it's gonna go for about the same amount of time, so y'all have some content to put under y'all's teeth. It's a French saying. To just yeah, to have some content to enjoy the day with, y'all know. There we go, and we got the fishy. Perfect. Well, hopefully your hype is gonna carry over in the darkest dungeon session, Snake Eyes. Hopefully we don't all just crumple up, because we're fighting a new boss that Teddy has no knowledge about. All I know is that he's got something to do with hands. A lot of hands. That's about it. We'll be first again, having fun. Yeah. You're usually the first to come up in chat. You're uncanny fast. It was really nice to have you here. Hopefully your night goes well, and you also have a very good day tomorrow. Or today, technically for you. We're just doing a little bit of fishing in the meantime, so that we can have monies for when we go from summer to fall in Stardew Valley. There we go. The comfy sea sounds right here. That always relaxes Teddy. Teddy grew up close to the sea, so just hearing the gentle waves on the sand is something that brings comfy immediately. Even with the experiences that Teddy's had with the sea, it's still comfy. On that note, Teddy really can't wait to make the PNG tuber. It's gonna be nice. Nice and cozy to have a little teddy bear down there on the right. Peachy has petitioned to have rosy cheeks on the Teddy. Teddy's gonna also figure out a way to make the Teddy look adventurous. We'll see. It's gonna be nice though. To finally have a little bit of something to look down there, and the end goal is gonna be to make a VTuber as well, so that y'all can see Teddy just repeatedly looking right to see chat, or sometimes just dissociate into a corner. It's gonna be cool. Have a little doodad, a little thingy-mabob to look on the right. To just have a little guy to look at. Just a nice and interesting project. I'm sure y'all will enjoy. And then we go up and we sell our fish, and that'll be the streamy for tonight. Make some money so that we can make sure to have enough to buy all the seeds that we need to buy. And hopefully get that greenhouse real soon. There you go, I think that's all good. Kitty cat is probably sleeping already. Perfect. There we go. See how much money we made. A hell of a lot. Holy moly. Yeah, those melons as well be coming in clutch. Perfect. 26th of summer. The season normally ends on the 28th, so there you go, back with monies. And now, well, Teddy really hopes that that it was fun for y'all. That you also enjoyed the stream, Snake Eyes. In the meantime, Teddy is gonna be spending a comfy evening with Peachy, who's been doing her little project for now. Oh my god, she's adorable. And hopefully I'm gonna see y'all on the Darkest Dungeon stream tomorrow. You can see the schedule for y'all's times, because lots of time zones in the chat usually. And yeah, I hope that your day is gonna be just as good. Snake Eyes, don't forget to hydrate. Don't forget to keep a big wide smile on your face, because sometimes that makes the difference. Sometimes that makes somebody's day, sometimes that even just makes your own day. To have a little snacky and to also be comfy. Give yourself time, and well, in the meantime, I certainly hope to see y'all on the next stream. And hopefully it will be as fun as this one. But for now, Teddy will go and have a comfy little morning. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.